Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everyone, or afternoon or evening.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Doing well, doing well.
Let's see. Waiting just a couple minutes
Jim.
for folks to get on. Hey, Crypto Prophet. How are you, sir?
Fantastic, brother. Fantastic. How about you guys?
Oh, doing well, man. Doing well.
GM sirs, can you hear me properly?
We
Yes, yes.
can.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
Nice. Perfect. How you doing, guys?
Doing great. Is this Wireshark?
Yes, that's me.
Excellent. Perfect. This is KMETS. I'm on my anon count with the A-Team account.
Gotcha.
How you doing, Wireshark? Doing well?
Yeah, doing well, sir. And you?
I know you've been very busy lately.
Yeah, that's the least we can say, I guess.
I know.
Did you survive your storm the other day?
Yeah, hopefully I did. It was kind of a mess, actually. It was pretty hectic. Was losing internet all 5 minutes. It was a bit complicated, to be honest.
Wow. Yeah. I'm in Texas. We get a lot of thunderstorms, and so you get used to it after a while, just being like, well, the
Yeah.
power's out or the internet goes out.
I guess the
It
one in
happens.
Texas are pretty bigger than here.
We get like tornadoes and stuff, and so
Yeah. We don't have this in Europe.
That's good. That's a good thing.
W.
Right. Wait just a couple more minutes, and then we'll get started, everybody. So hold tight.
Yep, for sure.
All right, we got DeFi Advisor on now.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Apologize for the delay.
Hello.
How are you?
We're doing well, man. We're glad to have you here. We're ready
What have you been
to
up
talk.
to? What have you been up to these 5 minutes when I was delaying?
Well, we learned that Wireshark survived the great storms of 2024 in Europe. We learned that KMETS is scared to death of tornadoes. We learned that everybody else is doing fantastic. It's been eventful.
Well, at least that's something. That's something.
Yeah, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank God. I'm good. Nice to be on. Been waiting for it, actually. We had this one rescheduled. And looking forward to hear from Convergence. Definitely started seeing them more and more on X pretty much this past month or month and a half or so, something like that. I really think that the community started finding out about the project and curious and excited to hear from Wireshark on whatever's going on with Convergence and what's going on now and how do they see the future.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and just jump right into it because we got a good little crowd here, and we'll go ahead and do some introductions. Good segue into it, DeFi Advisor. So welcome everybody to Aladdin DAO A-Team Space with Convergence Finance. This is a really cool one. We've had them on before a few months ago when they were
Yep.
still heavy and kind of getting everything geared up and developed and, putting the game plan together for launch. And now here we are in, middle of February 2024. And Convergence is live on mainnet. And so we're
Yes,
really
sir.
excited to be joined by Wireshark today from Convergence to talk all things all things Convergence and all things Wireshark if he's up for just getting some stuff off his chest or whatever. So welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, many thanks to you guys. Always appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm joined by the A team with CryptoVestor.
How you doing, guys? Great to be here. Thanks for everybody being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
GM, sir.
Yep.
GM.
Joined with Crypto Profit as well.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me.
And of course, our the handsomest member of the A team, DeFi Advisor. All right. Well, let's get right into it.
By the way, you know why that is, Caymans, right?
I'd love to know your secret. Why is
Because
it?
I'm the only one that's not Anon.
That's true.
That will do it. That will do
So
it.
right. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not so sure I'd be winning the contest. Let's say.
I tell you what, you take your wins any way you can get them, DeFi Advisor.
That's true. You pick him on DeFi, you pick him with your wallet, you pick him on different chains, and you pick him on different topics of the day.
That's right. Well, all right. Well, I tell you what, let's get into it. So, Wireshark, what's the latest with Convergence Finance? You guys have launched. How's that gone? Give us kind of a brief update if you could.
Yes, sir, for sure. So we're live since the 1st of February. The TG happened 1 day later. And so far everything has been pretty great. I'm quite happy with how things have been going. Currently we have over 5 million TVL in the protocol. People are starting to lock token. We've got almost 30% of CVG locked. People are playing the Gojis games. People are also looking to via CVG the yield bearing primitive we have. The protocol is functioning as expected, and the first reward distribution will occur this Thursday. So far everything is going great. Protocol behave exactly as expected. And from my point of view, the launch is definitely a success. And now obviously we gotta push some marketing. We gotta get people to know us, why they will have benefit using Convergence. So far I'm super glad about how things have been going, and so we live, and we'll continue to work, obviously, adding new pools, working on Tangent, working on new integration. So a lot of stuff going on. We've got also the governance organism that we call the Proto DAO, which consists of team members.
Oh, did we lose it? Did we lose him?
Did we lose you, Wireshark?
Yeah, I thought it was maybe on my side, but I'm not hearing it.
Can you guys hear?
Oh,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Yep.
Oh shit! Sorry, the phone went on on pause mode. Where did you lose me?
Right at Proto DAO.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the Proto DAO is the governance organism we have in Convergence before transitioning to a full DAO with every token holder being able to vote. So currently the Proto DAO is making the job. we're doing proposal, we're voting to just make the things better on the protocol. For example, the last vote was about reshaping liquidity because we've seeded 2 pools at the beginning, which kind of led to liquidity fragmentation. Was not a super great idea. So yeah, we're working toward the governance and to enhance everything related to the protocol. But yeah, overall, I'm super happy with where we are right now, and we just gotta keep the hard work and doing just execute the roadmap and doing things as planned. But so far, from my point of view, it's a success, and I'm really glad to see how it's going after those long years of work. So yeah, really excited to see the things actually living.
So, Wireshark, maybe you can take us a bit back to what Convergence actually is and what is like roadmap and what you guys are actually like all about for those maybe who aren't that familiar with the project, and like give us the intro and the expo on what you guys are really here and what's different about you guys than the other maybe actors within the Curve ecosystem? Like, what's that extra twist or add to the plot, addition to the plot that you guys are up to bringing to the table that's gonna really benefit the whole ecosystem?
Yeah, for sure. So regarding the quick presentation of the protocol, so Convergence is an agnostic convex-like boosting layer. So we basically behave just like convex behave on top of Curve, but for other protocol. The first protocol being StakeDAO. So basically what you can do right now in Convergence, if you don't own any CVG, what you can do is convert SDT to CVG SDT and stake it to benefit from underlying reward of CVG, of SDT, sorry, plus some boosted reward. The governance over StakeDAO is passed to CVG lockers, just like Convex does for Curve. And then on top of that, we propose a boosting layer for StakeDAO users. So overall, users can stake their SD tokens, so CRV, BAL, FXS, Pendle, FXN, and Angle on Convergence to benefit from the VE SDT socialization of Convergence, to basically enjoy boosted yield on each SD token, plus CVG emission on top, obviously. And then also we allow users to stake their Curve LP token, and stakers on that side will benefit from boosted CRV offered by StakeDAO, and then we boost SDT emission still via the VE SDT socialization, and we add CVG on top according to Gauch's weights. So overall, we behave just like Convex behave at top Curve, but for StakeDAO. So yeah, basically for LP, boosted CRV, boosted SDT, CVG emission at top, and for SD token stakers, boosted vote incentive reward, and CVG emission at top. So that's for the staking product. And then on the other side, we have a quite particular, I would say, locking mechanism where users can lock either for governance or for yield. So we have 2 main locking primitives. So we have VECVG, which is obviously a fork from VECRV. It allows user to basically direct CVG emissions with Gauch weights. And then we have YSCVG, and YSCVG stands for yield sharing CVG. And YSCVG basically have the right to claim treasury reward every 3 months, and those rewards are distributed in Curve ecosystem assets. So currently, every 3 months, YSCVG holders will be able to claim CRV, CVX, CNC, SDT, Prisma, and FXS.
Wow, that's a lot. That's amazing.
We lost you a little bit there, Wireshark.
Yeah, I think you were interrupted again.
Sorry guys. I'm here again.
CryptoVestor was already saying, wow, that's a lot, but I think that you weren't even done.
I don't think you were done. That's the scary part.
Actually,
Yeah, I was. Yeah, go ahead, sir, please.
Yeah, that gives us like a good spot maybe to kind of like take a pause and kind of talk about what
For sure.
you've kind of talked about already, and then we can kind of continue on because you guys are bringing like a lot of innovative features to DeFi as best I can tell, and a lot of it is basically sort of evolutions of what's existing now. Now, so let's kind of maybe from a user's perspective, like let's just say I've got some FXN because
Yep.
I'm just in love with the protocol and why not? What can I do with my FXN tokens at Convergence right now?
Yeah, for sure. So you can stake it. You can stake it on Convergence to enjoy the wrap stake is yield plus CVG at top. And once Protocol FX will have gauges, it will have the same mechanism of boosted vote incentive from StakeDAO. And then you'll benefit from the VESDT socialization to get wrap stake is emission, boosted SDFXN emission, plus CVG at top. So overall, I didn't check the yield on like the native yield on StakeDAO nor Convex, but you'll probably end up having the highest yield for staking FXN on Convergence. And so you can come with SD FXN, you can come with the Ghost token of StakeDAO, and you can come with naked FXN. And we have this feature when you come with naked FXN, the protocol will route you so you get the more SDFXN. So if the pool is unpegged, it will route you through the SDFXN FXN pool. And also these behave as a peg defense mechanism for StakeDAO SD token. But overall, what you can do is stake your FXN on Convergence, and once Protocol FX will have gauges, we will have the strategy on StakeDAO, and once the strategy on StakeDAO will be able to receive SDT emission, we'll plug the staking pool on Convergence as well. So since FXN is really, we like FXN a lot, we like the Aladdin ecosystem a lot, so we'll try to integrate as many products from Protocol FX within Convergence to basically offer Protocol FX user the best possible yield in the ecosystem.
That's pretty amazing, man. I saw a chart someone posted on Twitter, and I apologize, I can't remember who it was, but they showed the peg of SDFXN prior to the launch of Convergence and then afterwards, and it is like a hockey stick going right up to peg.
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing how your mechanism worked to do that. And I think you're right. I remember I was pretty stunned when I saw sort of what the yield was on staking FXN tokens or SDFXN tokens on Convergence, and I'm sure it's still pretty high. So man, that's pretty awesome.
Currently it's 24%, and yeah, obviously currently it depends on the gauge vote. But once FXN will have vote market, proper gauges, etc., we can expect higher yield because of boosted SDFXN vote incentive from StakeDAO.
Yeah, and FXN gauges will be going live in the not too distant future. I mean, you can measure it in weeks now, and same thing with the vote market and other bribe markets. So very exciting. Crypto Prophet, what are your thoughts so far? What any general impressions of Convergence?
Yeah, I actually really like it. I've been using the website actually just now and also reading through the Medium a little bit. I think it's really great, and I really like also the hockey stick aspect that you mentioned. I think it shows a lot. Maybe a little bit of like perhaps a bit of a noob question, but probably good for like people tuning in, I think, is like what's like if I can be just like financially straightforward, I see like the APR is like 500+% now. Maybe Wireshark, can you say something about that? Like, do you think it's like it still has to drop a lot, probably?
Yeah, you're talking about YSCVG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool,
So yeah, that's the projected APR for the first distribution of reward to YSCVG, which will occur in 11 weeks from now, because YSCVG pays quarterly. And for this first distribution, we have such a high APR because we've started forming the treasury, I'd say something like 3 months ago, when we've been doing the public rounds of fundraising. So obviously we had 3 months of forming in advance. That being said, I obviously I can say that 500% IPO will be sustainable for a lifetime. Obviously, it also depends on CVG price. It depends on how much CVG are locked to the YSCVG primitive. However, we have this protocol on liquidity strategy where our goal is to own as much liquidity as possible. So liquidity on CVG, so Frax BP CVG, and also CVG SDT, the stable pool. And we've a vote incentive program where we will incentivize VECRV and VLCVX holder to vote for our pool. And since we own the liquidity, we expect pretty high APRs in both CRV and CVX on our liquidity, and then those rewards will be distributed back to YSCVG. So we had 3 months of forming in advance, which is why the APR currently is so high. But we expect to be able to maintain quite huge APR thanks to the protocol on liquidity strategy that we have. But I guess only the future will tell us, and at least we'll try to be as much efficient as we can be on forming with the treasury to ensure consistent return to YSCVG holders.
Yeah, and it makes sense. Like it's like a double epoch, basically, the first one. Maybe another small follow-up question. Would you say that if somebody is like a fan of Convergence, even over the long term, and they realize that they're kind of early now, would you say the easiest set and forget thing to participate would be getting YSCVG and just locking it? Because for example, I really don't like using my VE curve actually, just as a noob maybe.
Yeah. Well, really depends on the profile. If you're bullish on the token and you want to hold and getting paid while you're holding, I think YSCVG is the way to go. However, if you're providing,
I think we lost him again.
He's giving it the good fight today.
Much sorry, guys. Much sorry. I'll try to pay attention. Much sorry.
You're good.
Much sorry. Okay. So I was saying that depends on the profile. If you want to just hold the token long term and enjoy getting paid while you're holding, YSCVG is probably the best way. However, if you're a more active market participant, like if you're providing liquidity, staking curve LPs, staking SD token, staking CVG SDT, you may want to direct CVG emission where you're staking. And the beauty of the stuff is that you can actually do both. You can go 50-50, for example, 80-20. So it really depends on the profile. But yeah, I guess that, we've designed it this way. YSCVG will be more indicated for really passive users, just want the yield, don't get involved in governance and stuff, while I'd say more sophisticated market participants may want to have a say into directing CVG emission and using the VCVG. So it really depends on the profile.
Yeah, clear. Thanks. I really like the website and the design, by the way. Very cool.
Many thanks, sir. Appreciate it. We weren't sure that everyone would like it. I guess it's pretty binary for this kind of design, but yeah, that's the way we chose.
What made you decide to go that way, Wireshark? By the way, with the two token model.
You mean in terms of UI?
Not necessarily. I mean, actually, more in the two token model.
Oh yeah, the locking design. Well, overall, the goal was to address the locking mechanism to as much people as possible, and experience showed that usually small players they're not really interested within governance, and the idea between having those two primitives was to basically address all kind of users. And in theory, since we've split the yield distribution and the governance, it could lead to more token being locked, which is obviously beneficial for the protocol and the token as a whole. So that's why we came up with that design. At the beginning, we didn't want to separate, like you would have had both VCVG and YSCVG if you lock token, and at one point we just realized that, hey, it could be actually interesting to separate both. Could lead to more token locked, higher yield for people who just want to enjoy the yield, and it could create more. The game theory should operate, and even if even more if we have vote incentive market, because like currently VCVG, MGCVG, the two governance primitive, they don't have native yield. But if we have like a vote market with vote incentive, you may actually get paid for your vote on VCVG and MGCVG. So overall, the game theory should apply, and I think that will probably end up somewhere near 50-50, like 50% VCVG, 50% YSCVG. But only time will tell, obviously. But yeah, that was the idea behind this design. First, addressing as much people as we can, and then having this design, in theory, should lead to more token locked. So that was the idea behind this.
Quick question, Wireshark. Just out of curiosity, from what I understand, YSCVG is the premium staking asset that receives most, if not all, of the yield, right? Just want to make sure
Yes, sir.
I'm right. Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
So I guess I'm gonna ask the question that I think is on IW's mind right now. So when can we do something like FYSCVG and FYSCVG? Because that would be a pretty impressive product if that yield is so high, to be able to do a stable farm for that.
Yeah, definitely. We've been discussing this with mostly with IW in the Convergence community. To do it, since locked position are tokenized in Convergence, so when you lock, you receive an NFT that basically represent the locked position. So to do so, we would need probably a proper liquid locker for YSCVG. So we would need a liquid locker with a liquid token representing YSCVG, and then it could be done. It could definitely be done. So it would require some work on our side, or another team, someone else doing the job. But in theory, it's definitely possible. Yeah, and that's possible. Really interesting for us.
Yeah, absolutely. A good way to really take the best of Convergence and FX and merge the two.
Yeah, definitely. That would be really a great feature for both protocol. For us, it could like lead more demand for locked CVG. So yeah, definitely that's really something we want to explore. Well, we're a bit busy right now, obviously, tons of stuff to do. But that's definitely something that we keep in mind, and I would like to move forward with that. Yep, definitely.
What about some other, are there any, I assume there are plans for some other protocols because you guys are known as the lockers of lockers. And so I'm just curious, there's other, I know you have a lot of plans in the future, so I'm just curious if you could share anything.
Well, we'll continue to lock lockers. And the next integration plan is Convex. So the idea is to basically work atop Convex while actually boosting yield of Convex. And there's not like tons of way to do so. The way we have is that we'll create obviously a liquid locker for VLCVX. And then the idea is to create liquid locker for Frax LPs max locked on Convex. So basically the people are not much inclined to lock Frax LP because locking an LP, it's not like locking a token. And the idea is then to use Convex as the base layer for this boosting integration. And so yeah, liquid locker for VLCVX and then liquid locker for Frax LPs, max locked via Convex. And locking, because basically on Frax you have two ways to boost your earnings. First one is to own VFXS, obviously, and the second one is to lock ULP. You can lock them up to 3 years, and you can do it via Convex to benefit from the VFXS boost from Convex. And so creating liquid locker for Frax LP, max locked on Convex definitely makes sense because it will unleash the max possible yield for Frax LPs while giving them the opportunity to actually exit the position. And I'd say the difficulty of this integration is that we'll need to maintain liquid locker for each staking contract. So obviously we're not going to plug like 10 staking pools from Frax right at the beginning. The idea is to go little by little. And then by taking fees out of this yield from the boosted Frax LPs, we can feed the CVX liquid locker, and also will work with the protocol on liquidity strategy that we have for each liquid locker. So obviously we're gonna incentivize those stable pools for liquid locker, and 50% of the earnings from those stable pool will go back to the underlying locker. So overall, with this model, we can probably supercharge both CVX liquid locker and Frax LP liquid locker to issue pretty high yield on everything. So
Very impressive.
That's the idea we have for Convex.
Amazing, super impressive. Can't wait to see it happen. I'm blown away by what you guys can do. It's really, really impressive. really.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Well, sure, there is some money Lego to be made, so we're here to do it. That's it.
Sure. Trying to think if I have any other questions about Convergence. I mean, you didn't really talk about it, but I know that your part of your code is really has some Olympus bonding model. Can you talk a little bit about that? I know it's a modified version, so it tracked the assets.
Yeah. So there is 0% of Olympus code in our technology, but obviously the idea of bonds we've taken back from Olympus, obviously. And so yeah, what we do is that problem with Olympus style bonds is that often you end up with negative discount, which basically doesn't make sense. And so the way we've engineered the old stuff is that we work with Oracle, so curve oracles, to ensure that users will always get a positive discount. And then we have this technology where basically the discount is fixed within a range. So you get max ROI, you get min ROI, and depending on the demand over time, the discount will just vary within a fixed range. And regarding bonds, idea is to using bonds instead of classic liquidity mining, where basically you're incentivizing mercenary liquidity. And the goal on our hand is to be able to first own the liquidity and then build a treasury that will work and once again feed the YSCBG primitive. And so far we have opened 2 bonds. So a CRV bond and an SDT bond. All bonds have been sold out. Once again, the product has been working exactly as expected. So yeah, looks good for the future. We didn't plan to open more bonds in the short term, but that can change obviously depending on market condition. But yeah, the bonding primitive works great, and that can be used as a product that we can propose to the market afterward, like creating a permissionless bond marketplace. So other protocol or user or anyone can use the technology to make it in an efficient way.
Okay, I have just two more last questions. and then I'll
Sure.
let others, who have questions speak. The when you said incentivizing your pools, are you planning on using the current vote markets to incentivize the liquidity on the pools, the CVG pools?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So both
All right.
vote market and Votium, because
Okay, perfect.
yeah.
Exactly. It's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure if there was something else or if you had created something different. And then the other question is, and I know this is sort of a new product, but Mick, is there anything you can talk about relating to Tangent?
Yep, for sure. So I can't say exactly how it works because we're still
Sure.
trying to protect the technology, because Tangent could have existed years ago. I mean, the things to do Tangent are here since years. So overall, Tangent. So when we were working on the bond product, we actually realized that this product can be used as a DEX. And so Tangent, it's a DEX built atop Curve Finance. And the way to think about it is the best way to think about it is like an on-chain order book, basically. So you don't have liquidity providers on Tangent. I mean, you don't have liquidity pools on Tangent. You have people proposing orders to the market. And overall, what we do is that we use the oracle that are embedded in Curve LPs to basically settle trade and price trade in a way that basically incentivize takers to execute existing orders, because it will immediately artificially generate an arbitrage opportunity. So basically, the maker is priced using one oracle, the taker is priced using another one, and that creates an arbitrage opportunity, which in theory should incentivize takers to execute orders. And then the other thing with, question, sir, maybe?
No. I'm just curious. Like, so I want to be clear. Like, so in essence, you're creating an order book mechanism of a sort of a virtual order book mechanism on top of Curve. Something like that.
Well, the order book is not virtual, but
Right,
the arbitrage opportunity creating by the pricing engine, it's
right. But in essence, that's
it's
what you're doing.
virtually created,
You're
but
able to match orders in essence on top of Curve, right? So I think we lost you there for a second.
okay. Can you guys hear me properly?
Yeah, you're good now. Go ahead.
No. So it's not really matching. Yep. So it's not really matching sellers and buyers. It's most sellers proposing order to the market, and buyers can take them if the market conditions are right to create this arbitrage opportunity.
Interesting. No, it's really interesting. Fascinating.
Okay.
Yeah, we heard you. That's very, very impressive.
Yeah, okay.
I'll let others. I don't know if others have any questions. I just wanted to ask about those items. But no, it's very, very impressive.
Great questions.
Can't wait to see that.
Vesto. Great questions, honestly. I really like that line of thought there, and really liked to hear what Wireshark had to answer about them.
One other thing, though, I do remember. I didn't mean to interrupt DeFi Advisor, but Wireshark, it does allow for limit orders, right, and that sort of thing on Curve, because of the way it's designed.
Yep.
Yeah, that I don't think we realize like how big
so,
that is, but that's kind of like pretty freaking big. Like we're just talking about it here, like in a little space, and that's huge, and so I think that. When that comes out, that will be something to really behold.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And once again, it's the like the tech behind allows to create limit order, and basically it's just like a market order, except that there is a price condition, and the order will become able to be executed only if the price requirement is satisfied. Yeah. So this way we can create limit order this way, definitely. And the interesting stuff about Tangent is that you can as a maker, like when you create an order, you can say, okay, I sell this token, and in counterparty, I accept ETH, USDC, Bitcoin, FXS, CRV, whatever. Like you can accept multiple counterparty for the token you sell.
Wow.
So that's really
Very
interesting as well.
interesting. Yeah. Very, very interesting.
By the way, can
So-
you guys maybe elaborate on why that's so big, Vestor, like you say?
Well, I mean, right now, Curve is basically an AMM, right? So it just uses its internal formulas to swap between tokens. But what Wireshark is saying is that you can basically place an order, right, for a certain amount for a token for a certain amount for a price, and then if there's someone willing on the other side, you can execute the order at the exact price that you want. So if you want to buy, CDX as an example, and you want to pay a certain price, and you're willing to accept, I guess this is what I understand, Wireshark. You let me know if I'm wrong. I guess you're willing to accept any number of those tokens. So it's not even just what it's paired with, but other tokens that are potentially available. You're able to execute at the price that you want, instead of just whatever the AMM formula is. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's it. Although the price execution you'll have, giving the oracle we use on Curve, when you will get executed, maybe the market price will actually be a little bit higher than your execution price, but still you'll get executed at the price you wanted. So you get a fair price execution for those parties.
Yeah, it's still an AMM, and it still has Oracle. So yeah, that makes sense. But no, it's still an innovative step for Curve.
And Wireshark.
Well, it could.
Go ahead, please, sir. I was going to add to it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. One of the advantages of this model is basically you're utilizing Curve without any sort of like slippage exposure. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Wow. And the cool thing for Curve is that, considering the use we make of oracles, if Tangents gets adoption, and if Arbitrager uses Tangent, it can actually, once again, in theory, it can enhance the efficiency of Curve pools, because what it will do is that it will drive the price toward the price scale, what we call price scale in a Curve LP. And price scale is basically the area where the liquidity is the most concentrated. So that's the area where the liquidity is the most efficient. And when you're trading in that price for a Curve pool, that's where basically the pool is the most efficient. So there is less fee, etc. So overall, it could really act as a symbiosis with Curve, and even more for stablecoins, because for stablecoin, what we do is that we will exchange stablecoin at a hard 1-1 rate, and basically users will be able to directly arbitrage stablecoin order from Tangent to Curve, and so it could, in theory, once again, if it gets traction, adoption, etc., it could help to arbitrage stablecoin between each other. So that's on the paper, that's really an interesting product. Now, obviously, we'll need to see if we get market adoption, traction, etc. But yeah, on the paper, that's quite exciting.
Yeah, no, very impressive, amazing.
How much market adoption do you have so far? By the way, it seemed like pretty like a lot last time I checked.
Yeah, I guess it's decent. Once again, plus 5 million TVL in a bit more than 1 week. So yeah, we're happy with things right now. And yeah, hopefully Tangent will find a market fit among market participants. But yeah, we think that the possibility offered by the product are quite new, and it actually answer a need. So yeah, hopefully Tangent will have will get traction.
Are there any kind of synergies, guys, that you can think of between Convergence and Tangent as well with Aladdin's protocols? Effect, maybe even concentrate on Clever as well. I'm pretty sure that you guys are smart enough to also think about something related to Clever and Concentrator as well. No?
Yeah, we can the like really easy answer for synergies between Convergence and Aladdin ecosystem. would be Liquid Locker and boosting layer for Cleaver, and Liquid Locker for CTR from Concentrator. So that's really the easy way to think about it. Now we have what we already discussed, the FYSCVG, which would be really amazing. And now regarding Tangent, so Tangent will never have its own token. All the profits from Tangent will be distributed back to YSCVG holder. I mean, it will obviously feed the Convergence mothership. But yeah, no, we can definitely imagine some integration of Aladdin DAO product within Convergence. Then I don't know, maybe ASDT based on CVG SDT. We've got very composable protocol, tons of possibilities. So yeah, we just gotta make it work, right?
Someone gotta call Cyril. Kemet, call Cyril. We should ask him what to do.
I think
Yeah, I actually know this gentleman in real life.
He's so smart, man.
we've heard.
He's been doing brilliant. He's been doing brilliantly for the Aladdin DAO ecosystem these past few months, and for protocol effects, especially.
Yeah, I tell you what,
he's amazing.
I think IW is our Aladdin whisperer over there at Convergence.
Yeah,
I think he keeps the buzz going.
That's
over
true,
there.
man.
Thanks to you, IW.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I was going to ask Wireshark if you could talk a little bit about like the governance, because you kind of mentioned like you have a proto DAO that's kind of acting before the DAO. Can you kind of talk about sort of like your concept, your ideas for like governance and how that's going to evolve over time?
Yeah, for sure. So our concern was to start decentralizing the decision-making process right at the beginning, while still keeping some control over the protocol and how it should evolve and where it should go. Because with the stage we are at right now, I mean, the protocol is very young. And I'm not sure that a fully decentralized governance is the way to go for such an early stage. So that's why we implemented this this governance organism called the Proto DAO. So basically, we've selected very sorry, I'm losing my words. Very implicated people from the community to basically onboard them on the decision-making process. So that's a first step to decentralize the decision-making process within the protocol. And afterwards, once we'll be properly set up, once we'll be properly integrated within the ecosystem, and once we'll grow, we'll transition to a fully decentralized governance with all token orders being able to vote for governance. So that was the idea behind this, like keeping some control over the direction of the protocol while still bringing decentralization, and working our way toward like a full decentralization later, because we want to remain agile, efficient, and being able to move properly in a decentralized way. So that was the idea behind the Proto DAO that we have right now.
It's very interesting. Yeah, I agree. In terms of like sort of like, you know, you have to like scale into decentralization. I can remember reading one time about Bitcoin and how centralized Bitcoin was for like the first several years. There was only like 64 people, and basically with them running it. And so obviously you have to scale into it. And I think that Proto DAO is like a really interesting design. I think a lot of protocols probably do that with like, you know, a founder owning, you know, a ton of coins and maybe a select few people. But I appreciate that you guys are like out in the open about it with the Proto DAO.
Yeah, well, I mean, also we have a pretty complex system. And so, yeah, I think like for running it properly during the first months, it's probably the best compromise that can be found, like beginning to decentralize the stuff by onboarding very implicated member of the community in the governance, and they spread it to all the token holders and transitioning to a full DAO. So that was the idea behind establishing the Proto DAO first, and then moving afterwards to a fully decentralized governance.
That's excellent. Yeah. Is there anything else you kind of want to, we're kind of winding down here a little bit, getting close to the top of the hour. Is there anything else, Wireshark, that you want to mention to folks today, to pay attention to keep their eyes on, ways to stay glued to what Convergence is doing?
Well, liquidity reshaping will come very soon. So we'll establish the CVG for XBP as the main liquidity for CVG very, very soon. And then, yeah, if you guys got interested in the Curve ecosystem, boosting layers, etc., I guess we'll be more than happy to welcome you on Discord and to have you guys participating to discussion and everything. And yeah, we'll just continue to work to ship the best product possible and to serve as many DeFi degens as possible. And so yeah, stay tuned, keep attention, and I guess that's it.
And you guys have some ongoing events going on, is that correct?
What do you mean event?
I know that you have some community participation events and things like that through your Discord.
Oh yeah. So it should. So obviously, since we've launched, we had other priorities, but we'll go back to this soon. I don't know, curve quiz, poker, fun games, etc. So this will come back very soon. Yeah, definitely. We'll let you guys know.
Go ahead, DeFi advisor or crypto investor.
Well, I was just going to say, it was a great talk. Really appreciate what you're doing. I think you have a brilliant mind, and just keep locking the lockers, sir. Keep locking the lockers. We care about this.
We'll lock all those lockers.
I love anybody who can lock lockers. Thank you.
Recycling.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, sir, for your service.
Yeah, many thanks to you guys for hosting me. Was a pleasure.
For sure. Always. I usually start asking for alpha, I don't know, halfway into the episode, but with you, it's a constant alpha all the way from the beginning. So no need for that.
Well, it's not really alpha anymore, right? We've talked about it. I mean, we didn't announce officially on X. The convex integration, but we've been talking about it quite a lot in Discord and stuff. But yeah, that's the roadmap is the alpha.
What is the time frame for that, Wireshark? If you have any idea.
Hopefully, if everything goes well, the convex integration will be live in, I'd say, between 2 and 4 months from now.
That's good.
Hopefully.
Very good. Very fast. Yeah. Very impressive. I'm going to be looking forward to that.
Many thanks, sir. Yep.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a bullish 2024 for Convergence, and
hopefully it will be.
we're definitely over here at Aladdin watching with interest, and we've got our big launch coming up too for folks that are on the call. We've got FXUSD, which will be coming out here in a couple of weeks.
Looking forward for this.
Yeah, so that.
Really looking forward for this.
You and me both, sir. Yeah, it's really gonna put Aladdin FX on the map. Really, folks, with FXUSD, people are really gonna start to see the entire Aladdin ecosystem really come into full bloom.
I think so as well.
And I think we're gonna shock some folks here. So.
Yeah, I mean the model is so powerful. When I first understood FX protocol, it blew my mind. Whoa, fuck, this is really genius, and the possibility are endless. You guys can work with everything. That's definitely an amazing product, an amazing new primitive, and it can get tons of integration. Big LSD players will have an interest into bribing FX and extra. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how it goes for FX, but really, really cool protocol.
Yeah, a lot of major stablecoins willing to pair with FXUSD.
Yeah.
A lot of major stablecoins. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good 2024.
Yeah, I think it will be. Yeah, it will be a stable coin year, I guess. the stablecoin inflow was crazy back in 2021. And now with even more stablecoin like PYUSD, like FXUSD, EUSD, I mean, tons of stuff. We should see like a massive inflow of stablecoin. Obviously, Curve will be the winner. So it's going to be really, really an interesting year for stablecoin.
Sure.
Tons of innovation. That's really exciting.
I mean, I think that's the takeaway from all this, right? Is like stable coins go up, Curve wins, Convex Stake DAO wins, Convergence wins, FXUSD wins. It's just wins across the board,
Yep.
right? So
It's like a flywheel.
Yep, I agree. I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, hopefully it's a flywheel that goes up, that spins up.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
We don't like it when it goes in the other direction.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Wireshark, man, thanks for jumping on today. Really appreciate you having you here. I guess if folks want to learn more about Convergence, they can just click on the dot that you are there and go to the X profile and visit you there. I'm sure you've got links there, and then also jump on your Discord. I pop in every now and again.
Sure thing.
Yeah. Anything else you want to pass along to folks?
Just thank you guys. Thank you for hosting us once again. Really appreciate it. I've been following the A-Team since quite a while, since you guys created the A-Team actually. So it's always a pleasure to be here. Anytime to do it again, and many thanks guys for hosting me. It's much appreciated. Many thanks.
Thank you for
you.
coming,
Thank you.
man, and much
Thank you,
respect
sir.
for the
Thank you.
and much respect for the work you guys do at Convergence. It's a lot of fun, you know, to actually to be lucky enough to have you on, like, I don't know, almost half a year ago, probably, when things were really at the start and like no one could have
Yeah.
really known what have
Yeah.
happened. And now to see you guys, like, after all that time, actually launch and like people starting to actually know about you and use the product, and TVL is growing and you're like welcomed into the ecosystem. Honestly, it's a lot of fun, and it's quite an honor to find a team like you guys as early as we were lucky to do.
Well, much appreciated, sir. Once again, many thanks.
You too,
Really
man.
appreciate it.
Thank you,
All
guys.
right.
Take care. Have a good one.
Yep. Thanks for joining in, everybody.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Bye, guys.
everyone. Thanks
See
for
ya.
listening.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.